So, yeah.
So we came out the other day with Juliet. She was Juliet's dog, and she was there with the pigs, and I noticed that the yoke wasn't on her. I was like, what in the world? Why is the yoke not on her? Look at my hair, it's going crazy. That's awesome. Let me show you the yoke. Okay, here's the yoke. Notice this. They broke this 3/4 inch PVC and it came right off of her. Do you want to try it on, James? See if it'll fit on your head. Come on. Okay, so we're gonna fix this thing so we can put it back on her because I don't want her to get off of our property. I think she's still learning the ropes. At this joint where it was broken here, we just moved it over to this hole, and so that meant that we needed to poke a hole over here in the PVC. It's not, hey buddy, thank you for helping me today. It's not gonna be like a bulletproof design because we've already shown that the pigs can, what are you doing? The pigs can break it, but that's not the important part. The important part is when she is not with the pigs, but out here and about, that she doesn't get out of the fencing. So I'm going to trim. I think that it's a bit too big because she's a good sized dog. So I think I'm going to trim some of this part off and then make it just a little bit smaller to make it easier for her. But hopefully it'll still keep her in the fences. Let's try. So put the yoke on her. She seems to be happy as ever. And as long as it keeps her in the fence, I like the smaller footprint. Are you happy, Juliet? Boy, with this new kitty cat. Let me show you this new kitty cat we got. Not real happy that Juliet's near. My kids are so pumped. They got a leash and harness for the rabbit. So that way they can take the rabbit on little walks and let it out and eat the greenery. Okay. Let me show you how we can put it on and hopefully it'll fit just fine. Okay, let's see how we do this.
Okay, so you unstrap it and unbuckle it. And then you just... Chloe, come here. Right now.
So this goes around her middle part.
Yeah, the bigger one goes around the middle part. Hey,
hold on
sugar
to it.
Cookie, sugar cookie, sugar cookie, sugar cookie.
Oh, she looks very excited to have this put on her.
Yep, she did that the same thing the first time.
This goes around her neck?
Yep. You have to get it tight enough that it won't fall off, but not too tight and it's choking her. So
we got that part. Okay.
Yeah. But if she wants to go and roam around, she has to have this on.
That's true.
So she probably does actually want this on, but she doesn't really know it.
Okay, try that.
Okay.
Okay, we got it on her.
Now, hold on.
Now, check it out. This bunny can now eat whatever. Look at that, she just ate that clover flower.
Yeah, she's picked up grass and ate it.
So cool! Freaked out. Look at how cute that bunny is. She sure does look like that thing's constricting around her neck, but she looks okay. I'm gonna take a break from the cool rabbit stuff, and I just got this new spool of polyelectric ribbon is what they call it. And hopefully it'll work really good. You all have seen how we've been having a little bit of a tough time keeping our bull contained, and I'm hopeful that this will do the trick. Let me show you how we set it up. One cool thing about buying a farm that was already kind of running is you've got some stuff in place. So we've got all these insulators along here that we're going to use to put this ribbon in. So we'll just attach it to those. This fence right here is pretty impermeable unless they just blow it over, which a bull could do. But right now I'm not as concerned about that fence as I am about these barbed wire fences. So I'm going to run that ribbon through those and then show you how we do it out here in the pasture, so that way we can set up some rotational grazing. So I've got all along that fence, and I've kind of strewn it through the pasture over here. I just barely put in a T-post to be my corner post. And I'll show it all to you, but I'm hoping that this will work. This is my it's my attempt. I mean, we're gonna rotationally graze them, and this will be our first little thing because we've got the barn here for shade, got the tub already for the water. All we need is to confine the cows, because right now they got this huge, about 19-acre chunk of land, and you can tell there's some weeds and stuff growing in it. So my goal is, if we can get them to focus on these areas, maybe, I mean, I doubt they'll eat the thistle, but you never know. We'll just see. So let me put up this wire, and then we'll lure the cows in. We'll get the bull in, charge the wire, see what happens. Again, we're gonna give it a shot. So I've got this one tightened pretty good. I'm gonna go and put supporting posts every few feet. Iteration 1 of the electric fence. Check that out. So I'm gonna go and get the charger, hook it up. I'm gonna lure the cows. Right now they're over underneath that tree right there. I'm gonna lure them in here, and then I'm going to close up the gap, charge the fence, and then bring the bull over. So look at that, I didn't even have to lure them in. Now I just need to get that charger going so they can experience what the fence will do if they touch it, because they have been kind of going underneath it and stuff. I don't want them to do that. So let me go get that charger. So this means that this fence right here, you probably can't even see it in the video, but it's this yellow poultry netting fence, and it usually, well, sometimes is electrified, but I'm taking that charger. Okay, I got this charger. This is a IntelliShock 60 from Premier One. They are not a sponsor of this video. However, Premier One, if you're watching and you want to become a sponsor, I'll be happy to advertise your products. So far, I've enjoyed their products. Okay, got the charger hooked up. Let me clean that solar panel. Let me turn it on. Oh, man. Daisy is on the wrong side of the fence. Let me see if the simple call. Mrrr. Mrrr. I've got my handy voltage tester, and I'm going to check 6.5. So it's 7.2 on the other side. I mean 7,000 volts versus on this side is 6.5. So there is some loss, but 6,000 volts shooting through that cow's nose, I think it'll stop them. Should we go and test it? Let's go and get the bull. He's the one that'll really test it. So while I walk over there to get the bull, I thought I'd talk a little bit about service and helping people. You know, I just had this dude come over that he has described it himself as a shady past, a tough past, a hard past, a dark past, you know, all these different descriptors about the different things that he's done. But he came over and helped me for 5 or 6 hours. And what a dude. Like, the joy of Jesus Christ is that your dark past doesn't have to haunt you forever. Forever. Like, I mean, really, like, you can move past it. And it's amazing when that happens. So let me see if I can call these cows and then have the bull come out and run. Come on. I know. There's some of this left. Come on, Leroy. Come on, Leroy. Keep coming. Okay, so I got Leroy, Cinnamon, and Daisy all together once again. Now, the true test is will they stay all together? Because I've got, you might be able to see in the video, these white posts and white wire. That should, hopefully, in theory, 6,000 to 7,000 volts shooting through that thing. Hopefully it'll keep them from getting out. They're gonna have to eat down all this grain to really find out, but we'll see. So stay on the right side. Life is so much sweeter. Life is so much better. And if you've had a dark past, a shady past, or whatever kind of past, there's still hope to change. You can do it. You can totally do it. Don't get overwhelmed. Just keep going. You are not an animal. Animals, these cows, they're just cows. Like, they can't really progress a ton because they're cows. But humans, we are different. We can progress. We can change. You know, it's a little bit tough if we expect to change all on our own. But if we enlist in the help of others, and if we enlist in the help of Christ, nothing is impossible. If you've had a dark past, if you've had a shady past, check this out. I don't know if you can see that little butterfly. Let me see if I can catch up to it. That little butterfly? You can be as white as that little butterfly. I mean, that's figuratively speaking, right? So like if you're tan or some other skin color or something, it's not about your skin being white, but it's about being as pure, as white as that little butterfly is, flying around. That could be you. Well, the butterfly cannot be you. You cannot identify as a different species. You're still human. But you can... Oh, Elsie, you're such a good cow. She's our milk cow, as you know, and she's super awesome. Very tame, very cool. But at any rate, don't let your past hold you back. Move forward, and life is sweet. You will obtain the ultimate freedom. That's what we're here for. You know, not just here at Finding Freedom Farm, but in all of life, everybody, whether they admit it or not, is seeking for freedom. And if they're seeking for captivity, socialism, all the different names of captivity and slavery you can think of, well, then that's too bad. But if you're seeking for freedom, you can find it. Until next time, again, I really, really appreciate you following this journey. It is a fun one and a fulfilling one and a free one. And I love it. And I hope that you find enjoyment with it too. If you wouldn't mind, please share this with somebody. You know, think about who you know that might be suffering from captivity of some kind. Share the channel with them. Tell them what you think. And I really appreciate it. It's amazing. Okay. Thanks, friends. Bye.